Have you ever met a man who doesn't try to impress anyone, yet somehow ends up being the most unforgettable person in the room? He's not loud, he's not flashy, he's not chasing attention, but attention always seems to find him. That's the Sigma male. He's the guy who operates on his own terms, lives by his own rules, and quietly draws people in without even trying. And when it comes to women, there's something about him that keeps them curious, intrigued, even obsessed. But here's the thing. Most people misunderstand the Sigma male. They think he's just a loner or socially awkward, but they're missing the real story. So today, we're going to break it down. The 13 behaviors that make women constantly think about the Sigma male, even long after he's left the room. Let's dive in. 1. He doesn't conform to society's rules. Sigma males walk their own path. They're not interested in blending in or copying what everyone else is doing. Unlike most people who feel the need to fit into certain social groups or trends, the Sigma male prefers to carve out his own identity. He doesn't chase after fashion fads or pretend to be something he's not just to be accepted. He's confident in his own uniqueness and doesn't mind standing out. This non-conforming nature makes him seem mysterious and even rebellious, which, whether they admit it or not, many women find incredibly attractive. The Sigma's refusal to follow the crowd gives off a strong aura of independence and strength. He lives by his own code, and people either respect him for it or move along, and he's fine with either outcome. That kind of quiet confidence makes him more authentic than the flashy alpha male who needs to prove himself in every room. Women are naturally drawn to someone who doesn't try too hard to impress, but still manages to stand out. That's the Sigma's power. 2. He's self-sufficient. One of the strongest traits of a Sigma male is his ability to take care of himself. He doesn't rely on anyone to handle his life. He's got it covered. Whether he's single or in a relationship, he maintains his independence. He's the type of guy who will cook his own meals, do his own laundry, and pay his own bills without a second thought. He's not looking for a woman to complete him. Instead, he looks for a partner who complements his life, not runs it. This level of self-reliance is incredibly attractive to women, especially those who are tired of being both girlfriend and caretaker. With a Sigma, they don't have to babysit. They can just enjoy the relationship. He brings stability, not dependency. And even when he does fall in love, he doesn't lose himself in the process. He keeps his goals, his routines, and his identity intact. That's the kind of man who doesn't just impress women, he earns their respect. 3. He's comfortable being alone. Sigma males genuinely enjoy their own company. While alphas thrive in social settings and constantly seek the spotlight, Sigmas are content with solitude. They don't feel the need to be around people 24/7, and they don't fear being alone with their thoughts. In fact, they thrive in that quiet space where they can reflect, think, and grow. This doesn't mean they're antisocial or unfriendly. They simply don't crave constant social stimulation. When they do choose to spend time with someone, it's intentional and meaningful. Women find this calm self-containment intriguing because it signals emotional stability. A man who's at peace by himself won't be needy or clingy in a relationship. And for introverted women, being with a Sigma feels effortless. There's no pressure to constantly go out or be on. Even extroverted women respect that he values alone time. It makes his presence feel more intentional when he chooses to share it. Being a loner in the best way possible, Sigma males create a peaceful, grounded space in a relationship that many women crave. 4. He's a silent leader. Unlike alpha males who lead with volume and visibility, Sigma males lead with presence and purpose. They don't have to raise their voice or take center stage to earn respect. Their leadership style is subtle but powerful. People naturally follow them because they project confidence without arrogance. They set an example through action, not words. In a room full of noise, the Sigma male's quiet composure often commands the most attention. His energy speaks louder than any speech ever could. Women admire this type of leadership because it feels authentic and steady, not performative. It shows he's not seeking validation, he's simply being who he is. He may not actively try to lead, but others look to him anyway. He's the guy people trust during tough times because they know he won't panic or crumble. This quiet strength translates into romantic relationships as well. A Sigma male makes his partner feel secure, not because he talks big, but because he consistently shows up. That's what makes his leadership magnetic. 5. He adapts easily. Flexibility is one of the Sigma male's secret weapons. Life throws curveballs, and he doesn't flinch, he adjusts. He doesn't resist change just because it's uncomfortable. If he sees a better way to do something, he's not too proud to shift gears. That makes him incredibly resilient in relationships, work, and social situations. He doesn't get stuck in outdated routines or beliefs. Instead, he evolves quietly, efficiently, and without drama. This adaptability shows emotional intelligence. Women notice that he can handle challenges without falling apart or causing a scene. Whether it's navigating a new job, a change in plans, or a tough conversation, the Sigma male stays composed and thoughtful. He doesn't react impulsively. He adapts strategically. This trait also makes him a great partner. He's not rigid in his expectations and doesn't try to control his partner's every move. He adjusts when needed and keeps the relationship flowing naturally. His ability to pivot without losing himself is just another reason women find him irresistible. 6. He's stubborn in a good way. While Sigma males are adaptable when needed, they're also fiercely principled. If a Sigma truly believes in something, you can bet he's not backing down. He doesn't just go with the flow to keep the peace, he stands firm on what matters to him. This kind of stubbornness isn't about being difficult. It's about having a backbone. He's not swayed by popular opinion or peer pressure. He knows his values and he's not afraid to defend them. Women find this deeply attractive because it shows he's not a pushover. When a man has convictions and won't sell them out just to be liked, it builds respect. In relationships, this trait can be incredibly grounding. His partner knows exactly where he stands, and that kind of clarity creates trust. Of course, he's not unreasonable. He's just not easily manipulated. If a Sigma is fighting for something, it's because it means something to him. And when he stands by you, you'll know he means it, because he doesn't do anything half-heartedly. His strength of character is one of the many things that set him apart. 7. He's deeply self-aware. Sigma males know themselves inside and out. They're not walking around clueless about their flaws or unaware of their strengths. They've done the inner work, asking themselves hard questions, reflecting on their actions, and learning from their mistakes. This self-awareness shows up in everything they do. In social settings, they know when to speak and when to listen. They understand the energy they bring into a room and how it affects others. And in relationships, they're not the type to deflect blame or project their issues onto their partner. They take responsibility for their actions. That's rare and refreshing. Women find this quality incredibly attractive because it brings emotional maturity into the relationship. The Sigma isn't afraid of emotional honesty. He knows what triggers him, what soothes him, and how to communicate clearly. That makes for a stable, healthy connection. He doesn't play games, and he doesn't leave his partner guessing. A man who truly understands himself is a man who can truly understand and appreciate someone else. That's the kind of emotional intelligence that makes the Sigma male stand out from the crowd. 8. He's incredibly observant. While others are busy talking, the Sigma male is watching. He's paying attention, not just to what people say, but how they say it, how they move, and even what they're not saying. He notices the little things most people overlook. In a social situation, you might see him sitting back, quiet, but his mind is active. He's reading the room, observing people's body language, and forming a deeper understanding of what's going on. In relationships, this makes him incredibly thoughtful. He's the guy who remembers the small details, a change in your mood, a new outfit, or something you said in passing last week. Women are often surprised when a Sigma male brings up something subtle that no one else noticed. It makes them feel seen and valued. His observant nature also keeps things fresh because he's always learning and adjusting in real time. He doesn't need to be told how someone's feeling, he picks up on it. That emotional intelligence, paired with quiet attention to detail, creates a deep emotional connection that women genuinely appreciate. 9. He has a curious mind. Sigma males never stop thinking. Their brains are always buzzing with questions, ideas, and observations. They can get lost in thought for hours, not because they're spaced out, but because they're genuinely fascinated by the world. Whether it's the behavior of a stranger, a random science fact, or the meaning of life, a Sigma male will ponder it deeply. This curiosity makes them creative, thoughtful, and incredibly interesting to talk to. You might catch him staring off into space and wonder what's going on in his head. Trust me, it's a lot. Women find this kind of mind intriguing and mysterious. It's like there's always a story behind the silence. And because Sigmas are lifelong learners, conversations with them are rarely dull. They're not just curious about the world, they're curious about people too, especially the woman they're interested in. He'll want to understand what makes her tick, what inspires her, what scares her. And that curiosity doesn't fade over time, it deepens. That ongoing interest makes a relationship with a Sigma male feel alive and constantly evolving. 10. He's respectful to everyone. Respect is a non-negotiable value for the Sigma male. He treats everyone with decency, whether it's a CEO or a janitor. He doesn't believe in looking down on anyone, regardless of their status, background, or beliefs. That level of humility paired with dignity is powerful, and women notice. In a relationship, he's just as respectful. Even during disagreements, he doesn't raise his voice, throw insults, or act out of anger. He listens, responds calmly, and keeps things civil. He understands that respect isn't just about manners. It's about truly valuing another person's worth. And he extends that to everyone he meets. When a woman sees a Sigma male interact with others, it tells her a lot about his character. He doesn't fake kindness to impress, he lives it. That steady, unwavering sense of respect creates a foundation of trust in any relationship. It's comforting to know that no matter what's going on, a Sigma male won't lose his integrity. And in today's world, where decency is sometimes hard to find, that makes him incredibly rare and desirable. 11. He's quietly charismatic. Sigma males aren't loud or flashy, but they still command attention. There's a quiet charisma about them that draws people in. They don't need to be the center of attention, yet somehow people notice them anyway. It's in the way they carry themselves, calm, composed, and confident without being cocky. When they speak, people listen, not because they demand it, but because what they say has weight. That balance of humility and presence creates a unique form of magnetism. In social settings, a Sigma might surprise you. He can be witty, engaging, and even a little playful when the moment feels right. But it's never forced. It's that effortless charm that often catches women off guard. They expect him to be shy or withdrawn, but then he opens up and completely changes the vibe. That unpredictability adds to his mystique. Charisma, when it comes from a place of authenticity, is far more powerful than anything scripted or performed, and Sigma males have that in spades. 12. He knows what he wants. Clarity is power, and Sigma males have it. They're not aimlessly floating through life or relationships. They know what they're after. Whether it's a career goal, a life mission, or a meaningful relationship, they have direction. They don't waste time on things or people that don't align with their values. And that kind of focus is rare. When a Sigma male enters a relationship, he's clear about his intentions. He doesn't play mind games or leave you guessing. If he's ready to build something real, he'll tell you. If he's not, he'll also be upfront about it. Women appreciate this kind of directness. It eliminates confusion and brings peace of mind. He's not afraid of commitment when it feels right, and he's not shy about stating his plans. Whether it's saying, "I'm ready to settle down," or "let's take this slow," his honesty builds trust. That grounded approach shows maturity and confidence, two things that are incredibly attractive in a world full of uncertainty. 13. He values his personal space. Personal space isn't a luxury for the Sigma male, it's a necessity. He needs time alone to recharge, reflect, and reconnect with himself. That doesn't mean he doesn't love being with someone, it just means he thrives when there's balance. In a relationship, he respects his partner's need for independence and expects the same in return. He doesn't want to be smothered, and he won't smother someone else either. This healthy boundary actually strengthens the bond, because it gives both people room to breathe and grow. For independent women, this is a breath of fresh air. There's no pressure to constantly be together or entertain each other 24/7. With a Sigma, you can be in the same space, doing your own thing, and still feel completely connected. That kind of freedom creates comfort, not distance. Women who are used to clingy or controlling partners find this incredibly refreshing. It's not cold or distant, it's mature and respectful. Sigma males know that space isn't about separation, it's about maintaining individuality within the relationship. The Sigma male isn't trying to be anyone else. He's not chasing popularity, he's not looking for approval, he simply is. And that quiet confidence, that emotional depth, that balance of strength and self-respect, it's what keeps women thinking about him long after the conversation ends. So if you're a man trying to become more like the Sigma, don't force it. Just focus on becoming the kind of man who doesn't need the spotlight, because the right people will find him in the shadows, and when they do, they'll never forget him. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, give it a like, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button for more deep, real content like this. Stay grounded, stay focused, and as always, move in silence. Until next time.